That's kinda harsh, isn't it? Obsessed? Todd? Oh, he's harmless. Yeah, sure, he dug her, but he's a roadie with a crush on a lead singer. He couldn't get closer to her than the soundboard. I mean, seriously.
Could Todd Hinckley have known that Andrea was hooking up with the band?
Sure, but what could he do about it? I think he had Andrea all built up in his mind and was probably, disappointed that the object of his affection was pulling the train.
Did you know that the TV studio wanted to fix the contest so that Andrea won?
What? You have to be kidding me! Those low-life bastards! I'll sue them! I'll sue their asses! I can sue them, right?
I'm hired to enforce the law, not interpret it. That's for a lawyer. Maybe Eddie can hook you up with his, since the two of you have been working to ditch the band and profit from the TV show recordings.
You've got me all wrong. All I ever wanted, ever dreamed of, was singing with Bullet Train. Not just any band, but the Train. I loved that band since I was a kid, and I wouldn't risk blowing my big chance.
So why do all the demo CDs at his studio have only your vocal tracks on them?
How would I know? Maybe there's a CD of Andrea, too. Maybe Eddie was making sure he'd have a CD ready after I won. Or, yeah, if she did.
There's no evidence of an Andrea-only CD, and you seem real sure you'd be the winner. Why?
I believe if you work hard and keep the faith and trust in yourself, you will win. It's all about self-confidence. Sure, anything can happen, but go back and see who's racked up the fan votes. I'd like to help, but I just can't think of anything else right now.
I got nothing to give a hint about right now, partner. A handwriting analysis confirms you wrote this note found in Andrea's hotel suite.
You manipulative, lying bastards. Now I know what my autograph means to you. I don't have to talk to you people.
Come on, take us behind the music.
Look, I did write that note for Andrea, but it's not what you think. And that's all I'm gonna say about it.
I got nothing to give a hint about right now, partner. Those aren't a match. Those aren't a match. Those aren't a match. Those aren't a match. Now, why would Eddie be personally checking the band's equipment? Those aren't a match. Those aren't a match. Those aren't a match.
Show's in big trouble, then suddenly it's all over the media with ratings bound to jump, thanks to a few homicides. Band had been threatening to fire him, plus we got his prints on the echo pedal, aka the murder weapon. Take a stroll around that studio, why don't you, and see if you can come away with any catchy tunes.
Those aren't a match. Those aren't a match. Marty Party, age 57, arrested for stealing a hot air balloon. Those aren't a match. 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 Print belongs to Stephen Olacek, nicknamed Stevie, age 49, arrested for trespassing and public indecency at the Newport Aquarium. I got nothing to give a hint about right now, partner. Eddie, we're ready to look and touch. Here's your warrant.
Do what you have to do and get out of here. You break it, you bought it.
Looks like a file was downloaded from an audio website, then encrypted. We can recover it in the lab. It's a letter from a private jet charter. A fire extinguisher had been discharged on the aircraft, and they're issuing a fine of $13.60 to Eddie's production company. I got nothing to give a hint about right now, partner. Might belong to a power cord.
You break it, you bought it. Wasn't from me, that's for sure. You know how many musicians and engineers come through here? It could have been any one of them.
Hey, you need a hint? I might be able to help you, but remember, it might count against you in your evaluation. I've updated your case file with a hint. Seems to be the schematics for an echo pedal like the rigged one at the crime scene, which you'll recall had Eddie's fingerprints on it.
Yeah, well, this ain't in my contract. Stinkley, back off, creep.
Cut me a break, guys. Eddie says he wants some behind-the-scenes stuff. You know, DVD extras.
Well, here's something extra for you, Toady. And Eddie, too. There won't be any DVD unless Bullet Train releases it. Not after I get through soon until it's this greedy lying ass. Oh, Todd, don't mope. Tell you what, stick around. When your little girlfriend shows up, you can shoot some amateur porn while me and the boys pass her around.
You know, you shouldn't talk about people like that. You guys you're evil.
Those aren't a match. This prong was probably torn from the power cord using a pair of pliers or a similar tool.
I hear you have a new lead on the Rockstar murders.
Eddie, the band's manager. He's got motive and opportunity. I imagine he stands to make more money off of Bullet Train CD sales now that the band is dead.
I imagine you can back that up with evidence?
Well, we know that Eddie was under pressure from the TV execs to fix the contest so that Andrea would win. We have his fingerprints on the echo pedal that was essentially the murder weapon. His computer contained detailed schematics for the altered echo pedal, and the ground prong that was found in his recording studio caused the electrocution.
Nice work. The evidence tells a good story. Are you on your way to see Brass for a warrant?
Yeah. Time to get Eddie in our own recording booth and see where he fits into the mix.
Eddie had the schematics of the echo pedal, which he thoughtfully left his prints on, and now evidence indicates he fooled with the power cords. Let's get the manager-producer over here and see if he can manage to produce an explanation. Before we start, mind if I call you Eddie?
Yes, I do mind.
We need you to help us through a few snags we've run into.
If you know, tell me, 'cause I don't.
That pedal was altered for a shocking reason, and the schematics we found on the computer in your studio would have been very helpful to whoever did it.
Yeah, right. Look, I'm sure this is all very interesting. And when you work it all out, be sure to leave a message on my machine. I have a business to run and to promote, and the entertainment news people happen to be waiting for me at my studio right now.
We're interested in some news too. As in how that doctored pedal changed the current on Andrea's mic. In your studio we found this prong that was pried off the power cord on Andrea's mic. Without that prong, the power cord couldn't ground the current, and Andrea and the band took the full jolt.
Right, a tragedy. And you obviously know more about it than I do, than I care to, really. Our tech Todd's there time to time, does some AV work at the studio. The band, of course. Kathy and Andrea both recorded there.
Let's see if this melody is familiar. Your show's in the dumper. Network's threatening to pull it from the schedule and toss you in the circular file, should the finale tank. The Train's threatening to sue you over their best tracks in years, possible CD or two, DVD action. And you decide dying would be a good career move for these ungrateful, overaged bad boys. You latch onto that echo pedal and its power cord, download some schematics, and soon you've created some very real buzz for Bullet Train.
Whoa, guys, look, back off, okay? Just think for a minute. Bullet Train, those guys were a pain in the ass, but what rock group isn't? They were laying down great sides, and if the TV ratings weren't high enough for the execs, we were still playing to a way bigger audience than the band had seen in years. Why would I want to wreck that train? I can't explain how that stuff got in my studio, but I do remember the morning of rehearsal, Todd came by the studio. The stage set had been trashed in the night, and I was so furious. I was so upset I ran over there to check out the damage. I must have touched that pedal then.
He's on his way to interrogation now.
I'm pretty sure I told you everything I know already.
I got nothing to give a hint about right now, partner.
Listen, my head's killing me. Take a hike.
I got nothing to give a hint about right now, partner. Good work being thorough. The area looks clean. Close. Try using a similar tool. The blood at the crime scene belonged to a fabulous flashback. Nice job, partner. I'm sure Grissom will want to know about this latest development.
If it has anything to do with our quadruple homicide, I do.
Grissom, hey. My partner just placed the former Bullet Train singer at the crime scene. Her DNA was found on a makeshift coke straw found in the auditorium.
That's probably enough to bring drug charges against her, but it doesn't mean she put an early end to her former band's career.
No, but get this. We found a threatening handwritten note to Andrea Stevenson in her hotel room. Guess who composed it?
I don't have to. I can name that tune in one note. Let's bring in Miss Wilde and get her side of the story.
Evidence linking her to the crime scene, threatening letter from her to one of the Vics. Let's arrange a gig for her in the interview room and see if she'll sing for us.
What? A stage where I wasn't wanted? Where I was being replaced? Hell no. Why the hell would I?
Ever suffer from nosebleeds?
I don't know what you're getting at.
Evidence at the crime scene put you there. Possibly thanks to a certain expensive habit you have. Any comment?
No comment at all, because I have no idea what you're talking about. I do know I was never there, and you know why? Because I didn't want anything to do with those sons of bitches.
So you're saying you never party with those guys anymore? For old time's sake?
Yeah, sure. I get real nostalgic about those has-been jackasses. Always great to get high with a bunch of bring-downs. Hey, I grew up a long time ago. You want to find yourself a party girl? Look no farther than Miss Kathy Butterwood Melt.
Miss Wilde, we notice you have some sort of residue on the strap of your dress.
Okay. I got a rough schedule. Multiple shows night after night. Once in a while, I might need a little help before a gig. Understand? Bust me? What good does it do anybody?
We're gonna have to take a sample. It'll just take a second.
Make it quick, would ya? And Blue Eyes? You can forget about that backstage pass.
Hey, you need a hint? I might be able to help you, but remember, it might count against you in your evaluation. I've updated your case file with a hint. This matches the chemicals found on Andrea's clothing. Same fire retardant found on the switch inside the echo pedal. Now how does this fit in? I got nothing to give a hint about right now, partner.
Hey, what's up? She's on her way to interrogation now.
You know what song I'm gonna sing for you jokers? Silent Night. And it ain't even Christmas.
Fine, Ms. Wilde. For now, I'll take a solo. Your ex-husband's on national TV, seeking a younger, sleeker... you. Finds one in Andrea Stevenson. You send a note to scare her off, but figuring that won't work, you show up with a fire extinguisher to dampen their hunka-hunka burning love. Afterward, you decide you've had it, so you break into the studio and steal Andrea's echo pedal. You open the pedal, improvise a few revisions, and put it back. The evidence ties you to the scene. Chemical residue connects you with the murder weapon. You wrote a threatening note to one of the victims, providing plenty of motive to ensure your farewell tour starts and ends on death row.
Listen, I get that this looks really, really bad, but you're reading it wrong. Yeah, I wrote that note all right, but I wasn't trying to warn her off Ray. I was trying to get her to leave poor Todd alone. That overgrown kid had been bitching about Andrea to me for weeks, figuring I'd be a sympathetic ear. I mean, Todd was crazy about Andrea from the start, but she thought he was a creep and told him so. And then, after she became a finalist, all of a sudden they're an item? I mean, Todd was close to the band. I figured the bitch had to be using him. Okay, I'm gonna be straight with you guys, even though I might be looking at a drug bust. But murder, that's not me. Yeah, I was there. I'd been drinking, I was high, and I couldn't stop thinking how Todd was getting the short end from that slut Andrea. So I went to the Jet to see him, to reason with the poor jerk.
Jet? Don't you mean Set?
No. They practically lived in that private jet of theirs. That Eddie character, he couldn't put the band up in hotels anymore, not with their track record of trashing the joints. Don't be too impressed. It's a rental. Talk to Eddie about it. Well, Todd normally crashes there, only when I showed up, Todd had split. Well, Ray and me, we got to talking and, hey, you know how it is. Sometimes old flames rekindle. He reminded me real quick what a self-centered ass he is. We were in each other's arms 1 minute. Next, I'm tossed off the jet like some damn groupie. I was beyond pissed off. I hauled it right over to that studio and I started tearing that crap apart. I probably lost that straw then. Last straw, right? Huh.
The residue we found on your dress was flame retardant. Any idea where it came from?
Not the slightest. Rest of the night, like I said before, I was around the casino. Didn't shower or change or anything. Maybe that retarded stuff was on the jet. Hey, listen, can you give me a pass on the drug thing? This gets out in the papers. I'll lose my lounge gig.
We'll see how your story checks out. We do appreciate your help, and this isn't a vice investigation. But, don't go on tour, Ms. Wilde. Only local appearances, okay? He's on his way to interrogation now.
I'm pretty sure I told you everything I know already.
He's on his way to interrogation now.
Probably that psycho bitch Jill Wilde. Not that I can prove it. I mean, you know she's raised ex-ball and chain, right? And she was bent out of shape. The band taking on a new lead singer in such a public way. Take it up for a spin if it'll get this over with.
Damn. Let's get to work. Hey, you need... I might be able to help you, but remember, it might count against you in your evaluation. I've updated your case file with a hint. Good work being thorough. The area looks clean. We don't have permission to search this, yet. You'll want a different tool for that. You'll want a different tool for that.